Much better metabolism than I do. He's a speed demon, and what I was immediately attracted to, aside from the color of his feathers when I signed on, was this idea that he just can't stop himself. He's always going. His mind is going faster than his mouth can keep up with, and there was something just so fun about that. And the very first time we spoke, you showed me those amazing visuals of kind of what the animators were thinking, and it's just one of those characters that is so fun to play because he's out of control and he can't stop himself, and I think that's the heart of who he is. He's such a beautiful little bird.
Angry. It would be angry from the jump, from the get-go. And feeling a little bit like the wise man, or at least the angry man on a ship of fools. I would say he's a contrarian. He's a little frustrated. He's definitely the black sheep. But I would say that he reminds me a little bit of is McMurphy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a little bit. Not to belabor the.
This movie is a lot like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, it's very, very similar.
Especially the ending.
Yeah, the ending. Oh boy, what a heartbreak! But
no sacrifice.
No spoilers.
It's a journey. It's the beginning of a journey. It's how you look at it.
You have to take into consideration sequels.
Bomb he's also angry. He's also a bird too, and he has an explosive personality. He explodes when he gets angry, and he wants to improve that. He wants to be able to focus his anger. He's embarrassed that he gets so angry and that he can't control his anger, and that's a lot like me, and that's why I took this. I explode therapy. Yeah, it was therapy.
Yep. I play Leonard. My agent called me and said, they're making an Angry Birds movie, and they want you to play a pig. I mean, you guys draw your own conclusions.
I don't know, hypothetical equations like a reality TV star could be the next president of the United States. Let's see. Just things like that, I guess. What makes me angry? What makes me angry is being woken up on my birthday when I am supposed to be able to sleep, with my wife giving me the news that, I have to volunteer at school in an hour. Can you watch the kids and let Time Warner Cable in, and also make coffee and make egg white omelet for everybody? Happy birthday, love. That makes me angry.
That feels fresh.
Yeah,
that's actually
it's recent.
Some people, that'd be a great morning for some people.
Yeah. So
someone that you love, and offspring, in the kitchen. Great.
I rarely get angry, except for when I drove here this morning. Waze, when it makes me take a left. I know. Over 4 lanes of traffic. That makes me furious.
Come on, Waze. They don't recognize stoplights or anything. Also, as you're driving, it's like right. Next right, idiot. No. Leonard was. They said. The directors said, he's like the Music Man, or like Robert Preston. You guys remember that Music Man, Robert Preston? Yeah. I want to hear from everyone. And then they said, it was a Music Man, and so we did a version like that for I think a full session, and then it was that thing where you come back to the second session, and they go, well, do you have something else? And so we found this, like, if the hee-haw Music Man. It was like, so that was kind of what he came from, and just very jolly and excited, and basically it's my dad. I'm doing an impression of my father. I got obsessed on, I don't know about you guys, I got obsessed on the game on a layover, and I was stuck on a plane.
Yep.
And That's when I discovered Angry Birds, and it was wonderful.
I was on the toilet, and true story. No, I became obsessed with Star Wars Angry Birds.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I was
that
on,
was awesome.
And I was on set, and I would literally not speak to anybody in between takes. I would just play obsessively as Darth Bird or whatever it was, and it's such a great game.
Yeah, the Star Wars one, if you guys, that's a great one.
Well, you D-Mac, did you ever?
Yeah, I just like buy my way to victory. I just yeah.
So you in the Kardashian game? You same MO.
Yeah, that's great. The Kardashian game. On your way to victory.
I played the old version where you throw birds at things.
Yeah, we do he's from Kansas, I'm from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
these guys, the way we used to do it back in the day, you took a bird.
You go to a
You
lot.
took a pig over there and you took a bird and you threw that bird at that pig. You tried to knock over his hypocrite. That's how it worked back in the old days. Computer geek.
Then after that, you get done, you go eat breakfast.
I think my character, I definitely see a lot of me, and that's the beauty of this process is you go in so early that it's they're really working in sync with your performance and matching what you're doing, and there's always, you guys record a lot of the sessions, don't you?
Yeah, there's always a video
we do,
camera. When you're recording, there's a video camera right there that some poor animator has to watch over and over. Isn't it funny? Have you guys ever met the animators on any of these things? And they look at you and you go, "Hey, how are you?" And they've been listening to your voice for the last 3 years. And they're just like,
We got a person, not a box.
You'll notice that the one character they didn't capture looks-wise is McBride, because he did all this stuff over a payphone during so he won't come in.
My kids don't even look like me, so
Weak genes. Weak genes.
They did a great job, I thought, of putting a story together with the game, and I thought, like a lot of these animated movies, they take years and years and years, and what these guys are so good at kind of they're constantly improving things, like nothing, they never settle on something. It's not like we show up and there's an Angry Birds script and we just record it and go home. It's
never done on white pages.
Yeah, you're constantly redoing the scenes because these guys
I did
are
new jokes
working
yesterday.
so hard.
Literally went in yesterday for a couple hours just to add.
Yeah, I did
jokes.
last week. Last week went in and that scene, that's all different now, and they're constantly working really hard.
My stuff must be working well. I haven't gotten it in months.
You might have gotten rid parts of it.
I think your stuff might have gotten
just
trimmed
trimmed
out.
out. It wasn't testing well.
Yeah.
Yellow doesn't. People don't respond well to yellow anymore.
I don't like the quick bird.
But it was a big thing for me. I was very curious. You don't have to know it's like, this is high praise, I feel, but it's like Life of Brian. If you have an understanding about the Bible and the history of religions, you love the movie on that level as well. But otherwise, it's just a very fun, funny movie, even if you don't. Because I didn't play the game as much. I'm more of a New York Times crossword puzzle guy.
Yeah.
Only Monday puzzles. I'm not a dick. Only Mondays.
Don't sell yourself short there, Jay.
I'm a Tuesday, 2/3 way done.
He's being very modest. He does the Saturday cross.
I wait for one Broadway question, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, there you go, the Lunts. And then that's it. I'm
very,
done.
very.
But I like the story. There was a big part of it for me. It was like, well, what is the story? And they, when you have people that wrote for The Simpsons coming up with it, they've come up and forgotten so many good stories. I haven't worked on that show for 20 plus years that you're kind of like, you just put your trust in that. But I like the overall theme of the film. That anger sometimes is necessary, and so they carved out a nice little origin story about the frustration between the birds and the pigs, which was something I know every time everybody played that game was probably really concerned with.
Yeah, I know. What's going on? What's his arc? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it was funny. My daughters didn't understand I was fearing Inside Out until the second time they watched it, and then they went, "That's Dad." But they like it. Yeah, sometimes I take them to recording sessions sometimes, and they just get bored.
For me, my oldest daughter figured out the very first time I took her to a movie was Monsters University, and they showed a teaser for Frozen. And my character didn't even say, I'm Elsa, by the way, for those of you who haven't seen it. My character didn't
Let
say,
It Go?
Yeah, I'm the one who sang Let It Go and made it a pop cultural hit. And my daughter looked at me and she was like, she just turned 2, and my character just laughed and she goes, Dada? More Dada. And I swear to God, I started crying.
That's a lie.
And yeah.
Everybody's fucking real.
It was about 2 months after that I first conceived of this story and really
Yes.
thought it would work well in a room of Angry Birds
Yes.
people. Jerk. My baby doesn't quite get it yet.
No.
My kid thinks I'm Ed Helms.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Saw Vacation and went,
Not a
Dada.
bad thing. It's like, Dada, what was The Office like? I was like,
Yeah, I get The Office too. My kids think I'm Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh well.